Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're looking at the 1990 release by Revell, set 02502, German Infantry or Deutsches Infantry. Released in 1990, as I say. There was 48 figures and 12 poses, 3 of which you see before you here. Unfortunately, I do not have the sprue or the packaging, as I bought these in around about 97 or 98, so said sprue and packaging is long gone. Reason I have them down today, apart from doing the video, is if you're keen-eyed there, you'll notice that one or two of the pouches are the wrong colour, and the gunmetal is a bit too silvery and stuff. So I just wanted to tidy them up because I actually quite like these figures, and I'm doing some other Revell figures at the minute, and just have those kind of paints out, those kind of colours out, set up in the workstation, and I'm going to just rock and roll and just kind of tidy these guys up a small little bit because I'm really fond of them. So they were kind of my first figures that I kind of painted up for Wargaming, if I remember correctly, or at least the first couple of sets of figures back in the day when I returned to figure painting and model making and all that kind of stuff. And I've used them an awful lot since, and I'm quite fond of them. Anyway, on the left there, a guy with an STG-44 or MP-44 uniform for all the figures throughout the set is kind of a late war, so you could do it in a kind of a spring, summer, autumn, winter kind of a camo pattern. Gives a bit of versatility there, so you could do your Ardennes offensive and so on and so forth, or Eastern Front or whatever, and they're just pretty cool figures, I have to say. Guy next to him there has a Car 98 with the scope on board. Again, you can trim off that scope if you wish. Looks quite nice, I have to say. I really like that figure too. And of course, these his compatriot there, kneeling position. As you can see there, the gunmetal's a bit silvery there, so that will be getting grayed down a small little bit. But again, as I say, just really nice figures. As I say, I am very fond of them. Let's have a look at, there's a guy here with a MP40 and a guy with a G43. Yeah, so they're pretty nice figures as well. I like the MP40, kind of NCO looking kind of a dude or something. Just looks pretty nice. Again, needs a bit of a touch up, a bit of a clean. Guy with the G43, yeah, running position. Not too fond of his left arm, so as a result what I did was I trimmed one or two of them to sort of give me that sort of a look there. Just have a bit of variance. Again, need to be tidied up a little bit. They're just a bit messy here and there, but again, they'll all be done this evening, hopefully, and will be nice and tidied. Another little conversion there as well, just trim the arm and that. Again, very rough, so I might just give that a bit of a paring down and sort that out, but, you know, it'll be fine when I get around to doing that later on. Who else do we need to look at here? Yes, very nice figures in the greatcoats. I really like these guys. You have Flammenwerfer for Werfens and Flammens. You have your Panzerfaust and your Panzerschreck, all in greatcoats. Real nice fluid movement in those figures, I think. The greatcoats really help with that. Flamethrower is really cool. He's got his camouflage helmet cover on, but his greatcoat, again, I have it, you know, kind of done in sort of spring summer sort of colours, but you know, winter colours would suit quite well as well for all of those figures. Flamethrower is quite accurate, I must say. It looks really good. What I like as well, he has his holster there as well for his you know, P38 or whatever it was, and you have your detail on the back of the guy with the Panzerfaust. Looks pretty cool. Also, he has a rifle, which is nice. He's not just armed with one weapon, which I find that kind of annoys me when they give them a weapon and then they kind of go, right, yeah, well, that's all he has. Anyway, this guy, Panzerschreck, really like this guy. Again, he has the holster again, which will be quite accurate on his greatcoat, belt and a greatcoat. Really nice figure. One of the first actual true Panzerschrecks I'd seen in figures back in the day. Normally it was kind of the old matchbox generic bazooka type thing and stuff like that, or out of scale stuff like in the Esky range or that kind of thing, which wasn't great. This actually looks like a proper Panzerschreck, in fairness, so it's doing the business. Again, that Panzerschreck needs to be painted a correct colour, which will be done at some point, hopefully later on this evening. Who else is interesting there? Oh yeah, the officer and this guy. These guys, I think myself, are really nice, I must say. The officer, again, very interesting in so much as it's not your standard officer fare with the old cap and pistol waving. He really looks like he's you know, commanding infantry in the field. He has his ammunition pouches for his MP40 on his belt there. He has his binoculars in his hand and his hand held up raised, obviously. And what's nice is he has his MP40 on his slung across his back. in a really realistic kind of a fashion, and he has his holster, and also he has his helmet there as well. So that actually blew me away back in the day. I thought that was one of the coolest figures I'd ever seen. Beside him, of course, then you have the guy with the hand grenade, with the heads of other hand grenades wired together to make a larger charge, and he's literally pulling the cord on that and hopefully chucking it towards a tank or some sort of a something anyway. And again, he's a nice figure because he's got his hood up. Would be good in the snow camo as well. Again, this figure just needs to be tidied up a small little bit, but has his MP40 strung across the back, which I think is a really nice nice feature of a figure throwing a grenade or that, or using any kind of other weapon, that they have their personal weapon on them. I think it looks more realistic, and it's on them in a realistic fashion as opposed to held awkwardly just for the sake of having it, as you'd see in some of the poses in some brands. What else is there? Oh yeah, the pièce de résistance is definitely the MG42. MG42, of course, mainstay of the Wehrmacht and that back in the middle to late period of the war. Really nice MG42 there with the crewman. You might notice the bipod is held in the correct fashion for that particular practice. It's been kind of turned to 90 degrees. You have ammo belt around the number 2's neck there, which is pretty cool, and the ammo belt hanging down from the actual gun itself. I would not like to be the number 2 in that particular situation there, having already lost some of my hearing to gunfire. Admittedly, it was for sporting purposes, but nonetheless, that is not a job I'd like. But anyway, you might notice as well on the front of that figure, a little pouch that's there, which is again probably the wrong colour, so it'll be the research this evening. That I believe is either a cleaning kit or a tool kit, some sort of a maintenance pack for the actual gun itself. It's not ammunition. It's not like holding those what were they, 80 round drums or whatever it was, 50 or 80 round drums, maybe the higher capacity, can't remember, but little round drums used to go on the side of the 34 and the 42. That, as far as I know, is not the pouch for that. That is some sort of a tool kit that a number 2 would have for servicing the weapon. Again, detail is pretty nice on the MG42. You have the side out there where the barrel will be removed, whereas you have the air kind of slots on that side of it as well. A little bit of flash on it. Again, I'll be tidying this up later on. Just as I said, this was sort of a first attempt many years ago, so I kind of want to just tie them up a little bit and get a few more years out of them, because I really like them. So that basically is the setup with them. It's a pity they didn't have a mortar actually in that set, because it would have been nice in the American range and a few other bits and pieces. They had some nice mortars in that, so it would have been pretty cool if Revell had included a mortar in it. But I've used the what are they, Armour Fast, the Armour Fast guys for my battalion for rapid fire purposes. So that's basically it. That is the Revell set 02502 German Infantry from 1990, way back. And I must say, one of my favourite sets. I've used these guys numerous times. These have seen probably more hours of combat than some real World War II vets, in fairness. So from that perspective, they've been on the tabletop for 25 years or so. And as I said, one of my favourite sets of figures, and they go really well with a lot of things like the Plastic Soldier Company vehicles and figures that come with those vehicles, and the Armour Fast guys, and so much more. And basically, I just think they're very versatile, kind of late war set of figures, and they still stand the test of time, and they get a big, huge thumbs up from me, not just for sentimental value, but also practicality. So that's it, guys. I will be touching up these guys a little bit later on, tidying them up a small bit and making them look a bit more, bit better, basically. And then we will have some more videos in the coming days and weeks, other sets to do, models and various bits and pieces. So I hope you are keeping safe in these uncertain times, and we shall talk to you rather soon. Take care, all the best, be safe, bye for now.